Radio.world.
Create your generational wealth for you and the future of your families.
What's going on, world? It's your boy OG Mambo.
And your guy D Money. Join us along with Pint Size Patron and ID Yourself
Here on Fresh Juice at Rainier Avenue Radio.
every Wednesday hump day from 9 to 11 Pacific.
Get exclusive interviews from your favorite artists, all the hottest music, and updates on what we got going on in the world.
That's every Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m. on Seattle's Rainier Avenue Radio.
This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world.
Okay.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Welcome to Clean Greens Living, broadcasted here live on Rainier Avenue Radio. It is your host, Queen Bree, and Christopher Perry. Look, I'm used to calling him
Either or. Hello, everyone.
We do know each other, y'all. We do know each other.
We do. Off camera, we are friends. No. That's my boss. Welcome to Clean Greens Radio, Queen Bree.
Hey, okay, how's your day going, Chris?
So far, so good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Look, I'm doing good in spite of. I gotta go. You guys, oh my gosh, the bees are here. I didn't send Daniel any pictures of the bees or any video of the bees, but I will. I think next show we'll show some videos and bees. I can confidently say that I am a beekeeper.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. I'm a beekeeper. Like,
I can vouch.
Look, you can't tell me nothing. I was there yesterday too, Chris, with no sugar water, no smoke to calm the bees down. It was just me moving like Tai Chi.
Yes, good stuff.
Yes, look at that. Well, those aren't our bees, but those are the type of bees those look like our bees.
They do, yeah.
I was moving like Tai Chi.
All right.
And we could talk, and you know what? I think we should really talk about this too on the show, because there's different types of bees. And a lot of the times people are running because they think they're running from bees, but they may be running from wasp. And knowing like respond and yellow jackets, learning how to respond, or like people call me, like last year I was not a professional. So people will call me and be like, hey, Bree, I have these bees outside my house. I'm like, hey, call the bee patrol because
that's right.
I didn't need, I don't know. Yeah. But today I'm gonna get me I'm gonna go get me a little box and come and swoop those bees up. But first we're gonna make sure if they're bees, wasps, or yellow jackets, because there is a difference. There is a huge difference.
That's right.
So I'm excited to have the bees. Our other hives died out, unfortunately, and that is the pros and cons of doing this work. It was sad. I honestly was sad. Like, I lost family members because I want to do my part on this earth, and I don't want to feel like I'm a part of the problem. I want to feel like I'm a part of the solution. So
that is so beautiful. Thank you, Daniel. That's beautiful. I want to snap for that.
Yeah, I'm not going to play with you.
Okay.
I love his backgrounds. So we took another bee class. I've been reading up on the bees, really taking it seriously. And so when our bees arrived this time, one of the queens was dead. So we had to they had to replace the queen. So today I'm going to replace the queen in that hive. So we'll see how that is. And we'll have more bee information later because we do have a guest. But I want to I just wanted to let you guys know the bees are here. I'm super excited. And then to watch, like two more things. I got to watch them work. Like when I opened up and then I felt like, oh shoot, I think I disrupted their thing because I didn't put the trays back in the order in which I took them out. But like watching them work and connect to each other, like they were connected, like they were building something. Nice. And from the time we put them in to now, there's already combs that are on the trays.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're doing some work. They're doing some work.
I see a beekeeper Breon segment in the future. I like this.
You
Beekeeper
know what? I
Breon.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
And then what else? What else was I gonna say about the bees? shoot, I forgot, but maybe on our segment when we talk about bees.
On our next segment, tune in for people. That's right.
Yeah, tune in about bee talk.
Bee talk.
CSAs are now live. We have 3 CSA options for Seattle, North Seattle, and West Seattle. So I'm super excited with that. Yes, Bee Talk with Bree. Yes, Bee Talk with Bree. And
That's
now
right.
I should probably change my name from Queen Bree to Queen B E.
Okay. All right. I like that. I see the
Not
connection.
you and Daniel about to gas me up, but
I
please.
like that. I like that.
So
That's good
but yeah,
stuff.
so the bees are in, CSAs are live. Up next is enrolling kids for our youth program. So if you know any kids who are 5 to 18 who on a Saturday want to come hang with us and learn how to farm, learn how to grow, there is a $50 stipend bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks they get paid, but they only get paid for the days they're there. So please.
And really quickly, to that point, I'm sorry, I was at Lashai last weekend and I did get a bunch of signatures for that youth farm. So we do have some spaces still available, but I think spaces are filling up pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, they are. They are filling up pretty quickly. So I'm excited about that.
Yes.
The kids want to be a part of it. We're partnering with Seattle School for Girls, which is going well. I think we're going on our 5th week with them. And then tomorrow we'll be at Seward Park planting flowers with the Valley School.
Valley
I cannot
School, yeah.
handle it. Yeah, I can't handle it. These are like second graders are coming tomorrow to plant flowers with us.
That's
But
so cool.
first, second, and I think third graders are going to plant planters for us to have in our gardens and at AME. So I'm super excited to see that. And it's just love the partnerships with these schools and our youth. It's so exciting watching kids. People take for granted that kids love to learn and want to learn. And the things that they can contribute to the work that we do. And they want
the younger the better.
Yeah. And like now I have some who's been with our program for the past 2 years, 3 years, I think. They want now to have like leadership roles. So now I got to create some leadership roles for the ones who's been there.
They put their time in. I like
They
that.
put their time in. They said, we know we experts now. So let's get this started.
That's right.
So I'm super excited about that. And I think that is it for our updates. Yeah, so CSA start dates will be the last weekend of June until October. So those are when our CSA starts. Okay. All right, so I'm excited to have our guest on, Catherine, who is a director of communications and development at Neighborhood Farmers Market. We are excited to have her on today to talk about the farmer markets that we have here in Seattle and more information. Like I was looking on their website and it's a lot of things that they do with their organization besides just have farmer markets. Was still something that's huge, having farmer markets throughout the week in different like neighborhoods. I love that. So can we please welcome on Catherine Borey.
Catherine, welcome.
Welcome,
Thank
Catherine.
you so much. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Did I say your name correctly? I'm sorry.
Borey, yeah, you did great. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. How are you doing today?
Good. I am super excited. I loved hearing that about you being a beekeeper. That is just like I'm going to follow you for more. That is exciting.
Thank you. Yes. It's something new and it's something fun. And if people want to go into it, it's not just about keeping bees. You have to learn about bee life, bee the thinking. You have to learn a whole bunch. And I just say that to the followers who is listening and think, oh, Bree's a beekeeper. I could be a beekeeper. It's work, y'all. Just so you know.
This is true.
When we installed it, those bees took me out the first time. I was out for a day and a half relaxing. But back to you, Catherine, and what you guys do at Neighborhood Farmers Market. I know that most people know what a farmers market is, but can you just tell us about what your collective does with these farmer markets and how that works?
Yeah, so Neighborhood Farmers Market actually was the first neighborhood farmers market in Seattle. So there was the Pike Place Market, which is, a daily market in downtown Seattle, but Neighborhood Farmers Market opened in 1993, so we just turned 30, and the U District was the first market that actually opened up in the neighborhood. And so from there, it has expanded to 7 other markets, and then, well, technically 8, because we are now having our Capitol Hill market on 2 days a week as part of our seasonal market. So we have 3 markets that are year round, which is the University District Market, West Seattle, and Capitol Hill. And then right now, this is really an exciting time of the year because the seasonal markets are going to start to open up. So Columbia City just opened up on Wednesdays. We're going to have Capitol Hill Tuesdays opening on June 4th. We'll have Lake City, Finney, Magnolia. So this is kind of an exciting time of the year. And I think people are really excited too, because, you know, a lot of the fruits and vegetables that people really love start to come in season. But you could shop the markets all year round because we've got some great producers as well. And there are still some, you know, fruits and, well, more vegetables that are the entire year. But, you know, strawberries just came in, which is exciting. So, and I think one of the things that is interesting also too, that the markets have really evolved over the years, because when it started in 1993, a lot of the things that you think about that are in markets that kind of take for granted, like eggs or even, you know, liquor, those weren't available when the markets first started. You know, that was through some advocacy work, and now they're parts of regular market shopping.
Nice. So like, so small breweries can come in and be a part of the market. Nice.
Yeah, or you know, cider, you know, like that. I think we take them for granted now, which is kind of exciting because but it's also more welcoming, right? Because kind of the part of the experience about going to the farmers market is, I mean, you can go and just come and have, you know, one of the hot food vendors, because there are some amazing hot food vendors to take advantage of, but you also can shop your week too. So kind of the idea is that, you know, not only fruits and vegetables, but there are bakery, there are meat, there are cheese and dairy, there are desserts, there's hot sauces. So you can kind of come and think like, what do I want to cook this week? Or, you know, what do I want to serve? And like actually take advantage of that. And it's nice because you can a lot of times meet the people that produce what you're purchasing. So you've got this great opportunity to ask them questions, how to cook something, how to store something, what might this work with? And that's kind of a special experience.
Yeah, that is, and it's literally farm to market, because they make this product and they bring it. I remember going to a farmer's market and I was obsessed with the apple juice and the fresh peanuts. And the apple juice, you guys, you guys got to go to a farmer's market if you haven't. The apple juice was so good that I was like, there has to be added something in here. And he was like, no, it is just apples. Just
very
apples.
fresh, right? Just
Yes.
made. Yeah. And so it's got that. Well, there's something about eating seasonally, right? Because when you start to do that, like, you know, you can get tomatoes year round, but when you get tomatoes in season, I think tomatoes are a really good example. Like there's nothing that meets that, you know, really flavorful, especially heirloom tomatoes. Like once you start getting those in season, like the amount of flavor in them is just amazing. And so it is kind of thinking about like, how do you eat like seasonally and like pay attention to what's ripe and like, you know, change your diet, you know, as the season kind of evolves.
I don't know if we touched on it. Sorry, Chris, do you have a question? Because I'd be so excited.
Oh no. I'm all ears right now. This is good stuff.
I don't remember if we talked about this on the show, but can we talk about the difference between eating in season and eating out of season and why that's so important to people?
Sure. Well, yeah, I think, well, there's a couple of things. One is, you know, if you're actually looking at the taste, I mean, the taste is going to be much more flavorful. You will definitely notice that within your cooking, but it's also, a lot of people want to eat locally and support their local farmers. So you are eating what they are producing right now. So, and you know, there's of course the transportation to the market, but it's a lot different than, you know, transporting food across the country. You know, you are eating something that was, at least in our farmers markets, that was grown within Washington state. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. When you shop at a farmer's market, talk to the farmers or the producers that you are purchasing from, because even simple things like how to store this item, how long it'll last, all that kind of information you can, you know, get from the farmers, and it just opens a whole wide variety of what you can eat. And I think eating seasonally also allows you to, incorporate different foods in your diets. I mean, sometimes when you can get golden raspberries during the summer, and that's not something that you would get. That would be usually in a grocery store, or the heirloom tomatoes, which they do have in the grocery store. But there, nettles, that would be like right now, nettles are in season. And like, I think a lot of people have questions like, how do you actually cook nettles or incorporate them? And if you go to the markets, there's a farmer there that can tell you how to do that. And there's also, a lot of times a producer there, like there's nettle pesto, or there's, I think last weekend there was some nettle manicotti. And so, people can give you some ideas how to really incorporate and cook with your diet. Because I mean, that is a staple of the Northwest, are nettles, right? And I think it's just for a lot of people, they don't, I mean, it's a very nutritious food. I've been told it's higher in vitamins and spinach. So it's a way to like incorporate what's local into your diet.
Nice. Thank you for that. Because I think you're right. Because when I eat food, when we're in season with Clean Greens,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for me to purchase it from the store when we're not in season, because there is a huge difference. Like even the garden in Seattle behind Amy Yee, when I ate greens out of there, and that was part of our youth program, they grew that food. It was like melt in your mouth butter taste food. It was really
Yeah.
good. But back to the farmers market, I was gonna ask you, do you know, like, okay, so you guys do a lot at the farmers market, and I have 1,001 questions. If you're just tuning in, you're tuning into Clean Greens Living Live, broadcasting here on Rainier Avenue Radio with your host, Queen B, Christopher and Catherine from Neighborhood Farmers Market. How about I threw my whole self out with my whole name, reading what Daniel changed? You're so quick with it, Daniel. I love Daniel in the background. He be keeping making sure we stay focused and steady. So you guys do food assistant programs, because food access is important to what you guys do. And I wanted to talk about that, but I also wanted to, when we talk about it, have you seen like a change in that access from 1993 to now? Is it more like people are more interested now than they were back then, or is it the same?
I don't have the numbers from back when the market started, but I will say there's probably a greater participation because there's a lot more awareness and education. It's really important to make the markets welcoming and inclusive to everybody, because I think that sometimes people think that like they're never going to be able to shop the market, and that's not true. There's a whole bunch of programs. There's EBT, there's SNAP, and the great thing is if somebody is new to that, what they can do is just walk up to the manager's tent and like ask them questions. So we've got people there that can be an incredible resource for people, because it's important for people to feel welcome in the markets. And I think, in addition, and I know you didn't quite ask this, but I think it's part of also being welcoming is thinking about kind of the foods that we provide in the market, so that they reflect our community. So people within the community can come and find foods, a vegetable that they would cook with at the markets. I think that's another part of being really welcoming and inclusive for people, because the markets are for everybody.
Nice. Thank you. I think they take it for granted that everyone deserves access to fresh organic produce. Even before I started doing this work, I would go in grocery stores in one area and see beautiful, plump, fresh produce, and go into a grocery store in a different area, and the produce was like rotting and just not appealing whatsoever. So I have a deep appreciation for farmers market, not just for that, but like you said, when you walk in, it is a community feel. Like everyone there is kind, willing to be open and answer questions, tell you recipes. I really love how small and how beautiful it is. And they're not too small, because I live near the Columbia City one, and it is very popular, and a lot of people be there shopping. So you guys, please go out to these farmer markets and support the helping. So you have another program, because when we talk about food access, helping harvest. So is that where, can you explain that program? Because I was reading it, I don't know if I was quite getting it. So people get paid fresh bucks to go help harvest at the farms, and then they can use that at the farmers market?
Well, are you talking about your fresh pucks or growing for good? So fresh pucks is a separate program. Growing for Good is a partnership with PCC, and that is actually working and Harvest for Hunger. Don't want to forget them. But it's a partnership working with the local food bank. So there's signed contracts, and it's a way to get fresh food, fresh produce to different food banks in this area. And it's a way to do that on a regular basis. One of the other things that the farmers market has is the Good Farmers Fund. And that's a way that we can support our local farmers. So since 2008, over $780,000 has been given in emergency financial relief. And these are grants. These are not anything that anybody has to pay it back. So if there is something that a farmer needs help with, that something that's maybe weather related, or it's a resource to help our farmers, because we want to be able to keep our farmers coming back to the markets, and also ensuring that we have farmers for generations to come. And so that operating a farm or being a producer is a small business, and so we know that we want to make sure that we support our farmers. So that's another important thing that the neighborhood farmers markets do, and that we are actually a nonprofit. We are a 501c3, and a lot of people don't know that about us, but it's because we do work with some of these other programs, because food access is really important to us. And that's like a big picture. It's the markets, but it's also supporting our farmers. It's also supporting our community with fresh food.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's like you guys are like this whole like food access. I'm gonna ask the question was different from that, but I'm happy that you mentioned that, because those are things I wanted to mention. But the Good Farmers Fund, do they have to be a part of the farmers market to be able to apply for those funds, or is this open to anyone who's experiencing hardship in their farms?
It has been our people who have been in our markets in the past. So that's been how it has been traditionally done. So wanting to make sure that we support farmers that we work with. We've got a lot of farmers that have there are over 170 vendors that we work with, farmers and vendors, through our 8 markets. So we've got a lot of folks coming in and out that we definitely look to support.
Okay, nice. Okay, so the question, I'm sorry, I probably didn't ask it the best way, but it's called the Helping Harvest program. And it's would your organization like to sponsor helping harvest farm bucks to increase healthy food access?
Oh, okay. So you're looking at our website. So farm bucks, it's a way to redeem. It's part of the food assistance program, and I think what you're looking at on our website is seeing if there's community partners that might want to help sponsor that. So when you shop at the market, the farm bucks are you can use at certain vendors. It's usually, I believe, more like the fresh produce, more of the staples. And then we have something separate completely, which are gift certificates. And the only reason I say that is because sometimes people have questions about that. And even sometimes the vendors, they have to make sure that they take that. But it's a way, another way to include food access to allow people to shop, more people to shop the market.
Okay, nice. Okay, I was like, when I was reading, I was like, does that mean that, yeah, we won't even, because we don't have enough time to go into what I thought it was.
Oh,
but you guys, okay, so when we look at farmers markets, we just think it's this community hub where they sell fresh produce. But with you all, you guys are like with Clean Greens, we're like full circus. We do mind, body, and spirit. You guys do it as well, and you guys do it with different funding. You guys not only host farmer markets throughout the week, but you also help those same farmers who are experiencing hardship in their programs. You guys also have you guys also create food access programs where people can use their SNAP and Fresh Bucks. So people who have snacks, I said snacks. Obviously, I'm hungry. SNAP, as in Right, it's lunchtime. SNAP, your food stamp card, Fresh Bucks, gift certificates. You guys also partner with local food banks and give them fresh produce. And then what I loved that I saw is that you guys have a gleaning program as well. Like you guys are like the farm savior right now because you guys have a gleaning program. Can you tell us a little bit about what the gleaning program is and what does it do?
Well, that one, we've got a little bit more experts on that, but it's basically a way to reduce food waste. So it's the process of collecting excess fresh foods that would otherwise go to waste. So we work with different food banks and hunger relief organizations who collect donations from our vendors after hours. So it's just a way to talk a little I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words a little bit here.
Okay.
It's a way to just help reduce food waste. I think that's probably the most important aspect of it.
I love that because it's sometimes it's easy for that food to go to waste. So I love that there's someone who can come behind and grab that fresh produce and it does not go to waste. Thank you, Catherine, for being here with us today and answering the questions about the Seattle Neighborhood Farmers Market. If you guys want to know dates and times for when they're in your area, please go to seattlefarmersmarket.org and check out their website. And if you want to sign up to donate, sign up to volunteer. This work continues to go, and I'm glad that there's people out there doing it along with Clean Greens Farm and Market. And I look forward to meeting you in person one day, Catherine.
I hope so.
Yes,
Thank you guys for joining us at Clean Greens Living, broadcasting here live on Rainier Avenue Radio. Bye.
See you next week. Thank you, Catherine.